Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's question that was sent in to me has 3 answers, and you're going to want to stick around because the third answer is a secret that will tell you exactly when you should go to a book expo and when you should not go to a book expo. So let's get into it. The question that was sent in today was where to find a self-publishing book expo. Now, this is an excellent question because maybe you've never even been to one before, and you understand that there's a lot of things that you can get from going to a book expo. One of the main challenges that many published authors have is that you're spending an awful lot of time alone in your house or in your workplace where you're writing your books and you're putting them together by yourself, and you can feel a bit lonely in this entire process, where you feel a little bit of the pain of not having any fellowship or co-workers. You feel like you're going alone, and the motivation level can begin to sink over time, and that can cause you to quit writing books altogether. And this is something that a lot of authors experience, and finding a book expo is a way to handle that exact pain. So where exactly can you find a book expo? That is what we're going to answer in today's video. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Click the subscribe bell to help me help other users find this channel. Just do me a favor and hit the subscribe button so that we can move forward with that. And check out below in the description and you can grab a copy of my absolutely free self-publishing checklist to make sure you are not skipping any of the important steps necessary for you to win the self-publishing game. So let's get into it. Well, a little bit on my story, it was that I found that when I was moving along in the self-publishing journey in the early days, when I had had a couple books out on the market, some of them even had become bestsellers, but the problem is I was losing motivation. And I still find that from day to day, where exactly I will feel my energy levels start to drop. And that tells me that is a signal that I need to change something. But there's one thing I never want to change. It is the fact that if I'm pushing on a particular niche and we're writing to that niche or we're producing content for that target audience, it is a bad idea to keep switching from which target audience to which target audience. There's a name for this, which is called shiny object syndrome. And that is where we are hopping from one area to another area. The reason why this is a terrible idea is not because any of the areas that we're hopping between these different business opportunities, or in books, it might be, okay, I'm going to write young adult. Well, now this isn't popular. Now I'm going to do nonfiction. Well, this isn't popular. Now I'm going to go to something else on diseases or whatever it might be that you want to write about. But then you're hopping and hopping and hopping, and it doesn't give you a chance to find your target audience to ensure that you're connecting with them. And the reason you're doing it is because you have that feeling of loneliness, or that feeling that, am I really succeeding at this? Is this really going well? And the voices in your head, the resistance, it's telling you you can't succeed at what you're currently doing and you need to change. But this is a lie. And so you're going to need to understand that. And that's what I began to understand, is maybe the right next step was jumping to something new. And so what happened was I started losing motivation, and as you lose motivation, you quit writing and generating content, and that causes your profits to start going down. Because unlike what some people would tell you, there is no such thing as passive income. You have to keep on keeping on if you wish to continue to succeed. But that doesn't mean we have to work incredibly hard, and we need to pay attention to when our motivation levels are dropping, and there are some tricks here to holding them up nice and high. And the first thing that I found, and this is dealing with this book expo issue, because the fact is it's a key way of keeping that motivation high, but we'll get to that in just a bit. But one of the tricks is, like you will feel the same thing with the book expo, is finding YouTube channels and podcasts that you can listen to, or books you can read, so that you're continually staying in touch with your community. So whether your community is dealing with essential oils, you're staying plugged in and you're listening to the feedback that they're commenting on, and you're also interacting with your community. And this helps us stay motivated when we're starting to lose that motivation. And for me, this was a very powerful effect. The other thing was, and I really enjoyed this, it's buying a course and joining a community of the people who also have purchased that course. And we're dealing with a paid course in this example, because we don't just want an open community with people who have never even done or invested time at all in whatever the topic is, but a community of other like-minded people, other self-publishers, for example, who will bring us into the community, and we can interact with them on a daily basis and say, what challenges are you facing? What tricks and tips have you found, or the best strategies that will work best for you to succeed at the self-publishing game? And by staying in touch with those people, we find that our motivation starts to go up, and we may pivot a little bit, but we do not switch from the niche that we're targeting. We stay on target. The reason most people fail, that people have come, and I've heard this, I can't tell you how many times, I've been failing for 10 years. I tried this, I tried cryptocurrency, I tried publishing books, I switched niches on the books, I've gone through all of these different things, and I just keep on failing. But the reality is, you just need to stick with the same thing and keep doing it for a long enough period of time. And even then, hold the focus on it and just get better at what you're doing. And we find our motivation by staying in tight-knit communities. Now, let's get to the answers regarding specifically how this plays into the motivation, and also on finding these particular trade fairs and such that will help us with our self-publishing, where we can meet at these expos. Because expos definitely can have an impact on our ability to stay motivated and to get new ideas and to bring up energy in the very things that we're already doing. So one of the best places that I've found on the internet, it is tradefairdates.com, because they will tell you about self-publishing trade fairs that are going on in your area, and you can then decide which ones you wish to attend based upon the distance you'll travel, the time that it will take, and also the cost that it will be. You also will be able on these ones to look and see exactly who will be speakers there. And after a period of time, maybe you yourself may consider becoming a speaker at one of these trade fairs. So that's an option that also is available to you. The next thing, and the advantages that we get, is that you will be able to network with other authors at these things. You're going to learn the latest trends and tricks and tips, and you're going to be able to engage with the broader community that you have of other authors. And sometimes I have found, when I've gone to different trade fairs, I found that my energy level to work with the tools that trade fair is focused on, or the particular topic, like getting motivated to write more books, this can be very, very helpful. One of the ones is like doing NaNoWriMos in November, writing 50,000 words and meeting with other like-minded people to hold you accountable so that you also would go about participating in these writing fairs or writing groups, anything that will help us stay motivated. But the third answer of the day, and the secret answer of the day, it's that book expos, they can cost you a lot of time and money, but can be worth it if your motivation level is sinking. Now, for me, I don't need to go to such things. I would rather use the time myself investing in creating more content, and when I need to build up my motivation, well, then I will purchase another course. I do not purchase multiple courses and fail to take them. I purchase a course, I go through the course, I join the community that's usually associated with the course, and there I can go back and forth with other people in that community to make sure that I am staying motivated, and I'm also implementing the very strategies that are necessary, especially within self-publishing communities, because I like to share those tips with you here so that you don't have to go through the pain that I had, where I had reached a point where I was considering quitting, and it never hit me that buying a course and joining a community would in fact be a fantastic way to stay in the exact niche that I was in and to continue to publish. And that's one of the reasons I produce these videos, is to help you, the viewer and the listener, to better be able to skip some of the pain associated with doing it alone, finding things too complex, not making the profits that you should be making. And so that's just a little bit of my experience that I'm trying to share with you. I'm not asking anything in exchange for that. I'm just telling you that there's a lot of things that you may not be trying that you really should consider. So, have you been to a publishing expo? Write yes below in the comments, and write no if you have not been to a publishing expo, and check up above me over here and you can see the next video for video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.